Hello and welcome. When you transform your past, you will transform your future and for future children. Even though we cannot change the past, we cannot change what someone said or what someone did. No matter how hard the trauma was, you cannot change it. But what we do, what I did, was I became a victim to it and found it easy to blame people for my life and for what was not working. It was like walking around with a ball and chain tied to my ankle, dragging it behind me, slowing me down and causing me more trauma and pain and suffering. Until one day I realized, after being told countless times, that everything that ever happened to me was for me. And at that time I did not quite understand because I was still in victim mode. You know, they say the past repeats itself. Think of the times that you've been in a relationship and you left it because it wasn't working with the partner. And you end up in another relationship, different person, same behavior. The same is true, you know, when you leave a job because of a boss or a coworker, because of their behavior towards you. So you find another job, and after a couple of weeks you realize that even though the boss is different, it's all the same behavior. So it kind of like follows you around through life till we finally wake up, because that's what it is. It's about waking up. Some of our traumas and abuse that we've lived through, most of us have lived through, to say this is what you signed up for is sometimes hard to understand or even want to contemplate. Why would we want to live in abuse? Why have so much trauma? The other interesting thing too about the trauma is it's not necessarily all our trauma. It's the trauma of our ancestors. Speaking with someone last week about ancestral healing, and they said, oh, that's not my responsibility. But it's all buried in our DNA, woven in our nervous system. So we are here about transforming the past. Even though we cannot change it, we clearly can change how we perceive it. Moving from victim mode to, okay, what is it I need to do here? I know for myself, and I've said it many times, I was never allowed to express an emotion or a feeling. So I grew up pushing it away till I became so numb to it that I couldn't really feel anymore. And this is what's happened to so many people. We're so frozen in time that we cannot feel our emotions. So that's where you need to begin. When we get trapped in a story, it pulls us down deep into a hole. And it's very hard to get out because we keep seeing it being played over in our mind. But you can stop that movie in your mind and just sit with whatever you are feeling. An example. Recently I was watching a movie and it was about war. It was just a movie. And I can feel all these emotions coming up into me. I never lived in a war. I've never experienced a war. But here people were being shot, killed, tortured, and I was cringing. So I put the movie on hold. And I allowed those feelings to come up inside of me because I knew they weren't my feelings. As I said, I've never experienced a war. But then I realized all my ancestors who've lived through wars, the torment, the torture. So I just sat with it. And I allowed those emotions to bubble up inside of me. And I just breathed into it. And within minutes, it dissipated. All those feelings of torture and horrific pictures in my mind had all just dissipated. I took a deep breath and went on to watching the movie, and I was no longer affected by what I saw on the screen. And this is what your life is. It's a movie on a screen. And you can stop at any time. Whenever you get triggered, whenever you feel you're being pushed and the anger is ready to boil up or the sadness is ready to pour out of you, just stop the movie, pause it, and breathe into that emotion. Breathe into whatever you're feeling and call it. I feel anger, or I feel anxious. I feel fear or grief. Just call it out. Let it know it knows you know that it's there. But what we do is we push it away. We cannot be doing this anymore. Your emotions are long lost children. They just want to be seen. They just want to be heard. You know, I keep putting an image in my client's mind. When you see a child and it's crying, don't tell it to stop crying. Don't tell it to stop being angry. All you can do is just hold the child and allow the child to experience whatever it's experiencing without you interfering and trying to change it. You cannot make it better. They have to move through that emotion themselves, as you do. So, I'm going to share with you a very simple process. And all you need to do is give me a thumbs up. That really helps the video stay with Google. So what I'd like you to do is just sit there for a minute and close your eyes and think of a situation where someone triggered you. It doesn't have to be a horrific trigger, but maybe you felt anger or fear. So just keep your eyes closed and just ask for that movie to play in your mind again. And allow that emotion to move into you, to bubble up inside of you. Just invite it into your living room. Now don't try to change it. Don't try to fix it or figure out why that happened. Just allow yourself to feel whatever you are feeling and say it. I feel right now sadness. And if it helps, put your hand on your heart and just feel the sadness. Feel whatever is there and breathe into it. And repeat after me. And say it out loud. I feel you. I see you. I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you. And now let that just feel that moving through your body. And let's do it again. Take another deep breath in and let it out. And repeat after me. I feel you. I see you. I hear you. I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you. And now notice where that feeling is in your body. Maybe it has totally dissipated. Or maybe it's just still there, just a little bit. So just go ahead and do it again. Go through that healing process again. And just allow yourself to feel. You see, that's what we've been missing, is giving ourselves the permission to feel. And if you're angry, you don't need to burst out and cause harm to someone. Just allow that feeling inside of you to come up. The same with fear. Become friends with your emotions. This is how to transform your past. Because you see, now you look at your past as not something that was happening just because you happen to be in that room. You realize it was happening to help you to awaken. Leaving a job before you do it. Leaving a relationship before you do it. Sit with all those emotions. Feel them in your body. The grass is not greener on the other side of the fence until you heal and transform what's on this side of the fence. And you know what ends up happening? You'll no longer need a fence. There will not be a fence. It will be one beautiful space where you will stand in the forest of your mind, your heart and soul, where you'll deep breathe, feel the peace and harmony within you. And yes, you will be triggered again and again. But you know, the magic about this is that you will learn how to do it a lot faster. You'll discover more tools to help you to heal. And then it becomes a lot easier. But if you really struggle, if this is something that you cannot do, then reach out to me. Take a few sessions and I will help you to heal through the energies that I work with, but also to give you the tools to help you do the job yourself. No one can fix you. No one. No drug can, well, of course, drugs can numb you from feeling. You have to move away from that. You need to feel. You need to experience. From my heart to yours. Oh, and lastly, if you have any questions, any comments, any insights, please share them in the comments below. Because it does, it helps you understand what you heard and helps people who read them to discover more information that they might have missed. So thank you again. From my heart to yours with so much love and light.